welcome to Nourishing Bits. I'm Nicole Seals and I will be your host / coach for this video. And today I want to talk to you about knowing your options. You have options to getting help and support. There are many different types of mental health service providers out there, and it's really important that you know the difference between them so that you can determine who is best to fit your needs. I have another great video out there that really kind of walks you through each different provider and what they do and their background and what to ask and what to look for, all the really important things. So be sure to check out that video. And today I want to specifically talk about online counseling because I get a lot of questions about whether or not it's a good option. And my short answer to that is yes, it is a good option, but there's a couple things that you need to keep in mind. The reason why people would consider online counseling, or you should consider online coaching, is that it's convenient. You get to do it from your home. You don't have to actually travel to a location to be able to meet with someone. It also is, it can be, I should say, it can be a little less expensive than sitting down with someone in a one-on-one environment. You might save yourself a little bit of money by doing it online. It also can help people who struggle with the stigma of going and talking to someone and seeing a therapist or a counselor. This way you are somewhat detached from the experience, so it might allow you to be a little bit more comfortable, plus you're kind of in the safety and security of your own home, and you might get a little bit of comfort from that. So those are some of the reasons why you might want to consider online. The thing that you need to keep in mind is that you do need to qualify that person in the same way that you would qualify a therapist or a counselor or a coach that you are going to see in person. That means that you need to ask them some very specific questions, and you need to make sure that they have the experience and the education and the expertise to actually help you. And I have a great guide at my website on how to qualify your counselor, and it really gives you some very specific questions that you need to make sure that you ask. So I'll give you the link to that, and be sure to check that out. When it comes to online coaching, you have a couple different setups of how you can communicate with your coach. And really common form is by doing Skype or some type of communication app. And that way you have video chat where you can see the other person and you can exchange information and discuss and talk. And that's helpful for your coach, and it's also helpful for you because you really do need to be able to see the emotion that shows up on someone's face when they're talking, and you need to be able to see their mannerisms. As a coach and someone who did clinical social work, it's really important to kind of have that visual. You also can get support through email, and that is more for when you have questions that come up, or maybe intervention that you discussed in your session and you went home and you try to really put that into action and you struggled with it. Then you can kind of follow up with some email to just get some clarification or some additional support. You also have another option when it comes to online coaching, and that's the type of product and service that I created because I knew that there was this group of people who couldn't necessarily afford to have one-on-one coaching, weren't comfortable with online coaching, and maybe didn't necessarily feel like they needed something that intensive or something that ongoing. So I wanted to create a different type of service that was more based on informational products. And those products are content and videos and guides. And what it does is it provides you with information, and it gets you access to tools and resource. So you get counseling, but you get it in a way to where you get it when you need it, and it's really specific to you and what your needs are. It also really allows you to be part of a community where you have like-minded people who are trying to achieve the same type of growth that you are, and that's incredibly helpful when you're trying to make a change in your life or trying to really change some behaviors, is to be surrounded by people who are doing the same, or people who've already achieved that, and they can help you support you in that pursuit. So at Nourished Minds, what we do is we really make sure that we give you content that is researched, and we cite all of our information so that you know where it comes from, and we make sure that we really give you the tools and the resources that you need.